Google Gemini is here, and we're able to do a lot of stuff. In today's video, we're going to be checking out its ability to integrate with Gmail. To the right of me, you see it's enabled in my Gmail. So we're going to see everything we could possibly do within Gmail's interface. Furthermore, everything we can do within Gemini's interface with drafting into email, and a lot more. So let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Welcome back, y'all. In this video, we're going to be focusing on Gmail. As we know, this extension with Gemini Advanced is now in our Gmail emails, which is super cool. This allows us so we don't necessarily have to copy and paste from like ChatGPT or Perplexity AI when it comes to this context. So we're going to see how we can leverage that in today's video, everything we need to go over in that. If you want to see how it can be leveraged in Google Docs, check out that video up there. There's also a whole playlist on my channel showing you how to enable this. So you can go ahead and check that as well. It's very simple, just enabling extensions. But without further ado, let's jump into today's video and see how we can, make our sick emails a lot better. Let's start with the chatbot interface. We are able to do a ton of stuff when it comes to Gemini. But one cool feature that integrates pretty flawlessly with Gmail is the ability to export conversations. So, for example, if I wanted to put, I am emailing a friend about a hike I am going on in Colorado, Denver. Help me find a hike first. If you've been watching my videos and you're like, Corbin, why are you talking about hikes so much? I'm actually going to go on a hike pretty soon here, coming this weekend. Plus, like, in my surrounding area, because of the fact that I'm leaving San Francisco pretty soon and heading somewhere else. But let's go and see what we got. We got different parameters when it comes to what we're looking for. Let's just go ahead and proceed here. We're going to go ahead and say, I like this Red Rock Park one. Copy this and say, okay, let's do the email for Red Rock Park. My friend's name is James. Hit enter here. Now, this could be whatever context. This is just a hiking context. This could be for a work email. This could be a personal email for XYZ reason. But what we can do from here, we got our get ready for Colorado adventure. Hey, James, I'm pumped to be heading to Denver soon. But here is the cool part. We hit share and export. We hit say draft in Gmail. Click that. And then right to the left of me now, you can say open in Gmail. Click it. And holy smokes, this is huge. Wait, hold on. Oh, shoot. Okay. So it actually has a different user interface when you do that. That is super cool. I didn't realize that. So comparative to seeing it like this, we just got the whole screen. The whole screen's here. Whoa. Okay. This is different, y'all. Let me go ahead and zoom out just a tad and jump over here and let's proceed. It does provide probably not the right one. Let's do an email. Let's go. We can go and copy this. So copy C, copy V, delete this. We can delete kind of like the extra text here, right? That. And we got the body of our email that we have. We have our name. Cheers. Say Corbin Brown. And let's see what else we can play with on the side here. Zoom in one more. We got a couple things here. So we got formalize. So let's say I'm pumped to be heading to Denver soon. Let's formalize it. So instead of actually taking the selected data, that selected text, it will actually do the entire email over again. Different verbiage, like I think we should definitely hit up, and I was wondering if you would be interested in joining me. So formalizing seems to be like basically make it more professional, which makes sense. Like if you're dealing with a business context and you don't want to sound too casual, that's kind of how you would restructure that. And it seems like it actually adds a little indent here. So I Command C, delete that. I could Command V it here. There we go. Please let me know if you'd be available or interested, and we can discuss a date and time. We can come over here, not hit formalize again. That's how you cancel. Let's see if we can just grab this and say shorten. Grammarly is shaking in their boots right now. Yes. Okay. This tells me you can't actually edit by specific section like we saw with Google Docs. It seems like it's actually just an overarching, like the entire email, the data found within the email gets restructured. So keep that in mind. It seems like we can also just kind of proceed. We have three major options here. Now, here is one drawback that I'm noticing so far is that we don't have the ability to actually give context, e.g., this is my name. This is what I do. Here is how I go. I assume in the future with Gemini Advanced, we're going to have the ability to add kind of custom instructions that we saw with ChatGPT that allows for better outputs. Right now, it's very simplified and very minimalized. Although when we do have the ability to add that context, my name, my job, what I like to do, writing these emails are going to become a lot more effective. Let's go ahead and delete that. Actually, Command C this. Let's delete it. We're going to say, help me write a email that sounds better than this. Add humor. This might be where we add our custom stuff. So I'm going to put the same email here. I'm going to hit enter. Here we go. There we go. So that might be a way to actually play around with it a little bit, right? We can go ahead and say insert, which I am covering, y'all. Insert. That's a quick workaround. Therefore, if you have a good email, let's say 80% of it's really good, but this last part, you're like, I don't know, I don't really like how that sounds. Let me know if you're free. We can go ahead and use this and say, rephrase this to sound cooler. Is that a word? I think so. If you're down for it, let's chat about it a time and meet up. Just let me know when you're free and let's make it happen. Okay, grab that. And then I can say, no, I don't like that. We'll just go ahead and insert that one part. Not bad, y'all. This is kind of the limitations of what we can see right now. If I come over here, we have the same type of user interface. I'll go ahead and zoom in one more. We have the same options, help me write, formalize, elaborate. So they're really like compressing it to have limited amount of options as of now. I think the biggest advantage is when this Google One workspace and this new AI workspace gives us the ability to add that personalization that we look for in AI, as this can be helpful for very general tasks. But if you can't give context of who you are and what you do, the outputs aren't going to be as reliable, and like there's going to be more basically labor associated with drafting an email comparative to you just writing it out yourself. That covers everything we can do with Gmail up to this point. Are you going to start using this in your workflow? Are you sticking with your Microsoft 365 system? Honestly, I think depending on whichever one you grew up with, whichever one you use at work, you probably lean towards Copilot or Gemini Advanced, like off that kind of preference. Me personally, been using Google, always been using Google. So I'll probably be with Gemini Advanced long term in this specific context. Now, I hope that they basically advance the features of it so we can add personalization. Also, we probably are definitely going to see like presentations be done, sheets be done. I still got to look into that. So make sure to stay tuned here. There's going to be a playlist dedicated to Gemini Advanced showing you its capabilities up to this point at the end here. Without further ado, make sure you leave a like. It's completely free. And I'll see you in the next video. That's the playlist I was talking about, going over the different features of Gemini Advanced. If you want to see how to enable it, it's in there. Want to see how it does with Google Docs. Pretty cool stuff there. That's a random video that I chose, or the algorithm chose. That's my face. Something may or may not happen when you click it. I don't know. I do not know.